Hey, it's Russ and Pirate Broadcast, and I wanted to invite you to the live stream 5 days a week where we bring in interesting people doing interesting things. And today I have another special guest because, well, all the guests are pirates and they're special. So it's like, Hani, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing awesome. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. You know, I got the Pirate Broadcast. I continue to tweak and adjust it and grow it. I think I have only three slots left in March that are not booked yet.
Wow, amazing.
So people are excited about it. They're coming on board, and the pirate community is growing. So it's really one of those things that I'm amazed. We've been doing this for a while. It's like we were just talking before the show that when we first met was 2015. I think it was either 14 or 15.
I think 15.
In Fort Worth, maybe. I think it was in Texas. I think it was the second podcast movement.
Yeah, the second one for sure.
Yeah, and you have just. You've done some amazing stuff, and I got to give my hats off to you and Repurpose.io. And if you're not connected with Hani, first off, let's just make this official. Let's just make this the pirate official thing. Connect with Hani at LinkedIn and tell him Russ sent you. So it's like, personalize your invitation so you know that he's a pirate and you can keep going with that. So connect with this pirate at Hani Mourra. And we'll get this underway and get you full pirate status. So, So Repurpose.io, one of the things that I love about the Pirate Broadcast is some of the automation. And you've taken that and you've focused your attention on that for a while now. So talk a little bit about where you're doing, what your journey's been since you started this whole thing and kind of what your strategy is going to go forward.
Yeah, so if we go way back to,
I love your picture of your post.
Oh yeah. I had so much hair back then. That's the good old days. So we go back, let's rewind back to, let's say 20. My dates get all jumbled. I think 2013 or so. No, probably before that, maybe 2012. Anyway, so I've always been like video guy all my life. As a kid, growing up, always been video. Then I wanted to create a video tool. I was doing a lot of blogging, a lot of video blogging. Yeah, fast forward a couple of years, I was like, all right, this blogging thing is cool, but I'm a software guy. Like I want to create software. So, it just came up with this idea. Well, I came up with this light bulb moment. I said, I need to create a software for video. I didn't know what it was. So that was the moment where that's my startup moment. I just knew that I got excited when I thought video and I thought software.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then I was like, what do I do? What software do I build? I asked my email list. I didn't really get a lot of clear feedback. So I just went to my own flows, my own techniques. Like, what do I do? My video blog. And I was like, well, I upload a video on YouTube. Then I go and make a blog post and I copy the embed code. And I'm like, man, I wish I could automate that. And that's how it all started. That was my first tool. It's a WordPress plugin that every time you put a video on YouTube, it would automatically make the blog post on your WordPress site, embed the video, and then we added like email opt-in boxes. We went on from there, but the whole idea was to solve my own problem.
Yeah.
And partnered up with a friend of mine, and he introduced it to his audience, and it was like the feedback was just amazing. And I was all like, whoa, I just solved my own problem, and I guess other people have this problem too.
Yeah.
And that's how you just got the confidence, and it's like, okay, this is awesome. I can do this. It's a lot of headaches, of course. You got to go through the journey of building software and support team, but it was exciting. And then I'm like, okay, what's next? Like a year later, what's next, right?
Yeah.
And then through the same friend of mine, he was starting a podcast. And he said, hey, I'm editing a bunch of videos and I want to turn them into audios. And I'm like, then he said, you know what, this software tool that you have, he goes, I'm going to introduce you to a few podcasters who are doing this as a service. I was chatting with a few of them. They said, hey, we love your YouTube plugin. Can you make one for podcasting? Like, oh, okay. First of all, like, what the heck is podcasting? I didn't know what podcasting was way back then. Right? It was like 2012 or 13.
Yeah. Let me find out.
Yes, I went in, like literally just dived in, joined all the Facebook groups, just listened, just got to know all these people. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. And then got feedback from a few people and said, okay, I can turn this into a plugin that would automatically take a podcast, put it on your blog. And that was my second software. And that was around the time when podcast movement, they had their first podcast movement. It was 2014. I just launched my software a few months before that. Just coincidence. One of the founders, the co-founders of the podcast movement, he invited me. I bought your software. It's really cool. Why don't you come give a talk at podcast movement, like give a demo of it?
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? I don't leave my house, you know? I'm behind the scenes kind of guy.
I remember you being kind of shy. It's like,
yeah. I'm like, I don't know anybody. Like, this is weird. He's like, no. He insisted. Like, he really insisted. And I was like, yeah. I just couldn't say no. Like, I was like, okay, fine. But that was this like probably the best move I've done, because I got to meet real people, and that's when I discovered it was all about the people. Like,
that was your first step to being a pirate, right?
But yeah, like it's about people, like people. It's not. I mean, tools are great.
Relationships.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, I knew that, but I thought, hey, relationships online are cool and get to know people. But when I started meeting people, they got to see me. I gave the demo. The demo was horrible. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the demo, like nothing worked. I kept blaming the Wi-Fi, and I was like, oh, the Wi-Fi is slow. That's why it's not doing its thing. And it was like, it didn't matter. Like, people came up to me after, we chatted, they got to know me, and I made a lot of friends that conference.
I bought your product. I did a lot of podcasts with that first software you launched.
Yeah, and I found
we've connected ever since. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like that's how we met, right? Through the conference, through the software, and then just fast forward another year or so, I got the itch again. Like, this was growing really well, and I was getting integrated into the podcast community, and I was going to the conferences, and great. I was having a great time. I had a lot of friends. Still have a lot of friends. I'm going to the conference next week, in a couple of weeks from now. But then fast forward a year, I was like, I got that itch again. Like, what else can we build for automation? Because people love the automation aspect of it. And then
it removes so much of the overwhelm from the process, or the the long checklist of everything that you have to do. So.
Yeah, and excuse me. And then there was a platform called Blab. I think, did we meet through Blab?
Oh yeah, we were on
we met through Blab. So
we were talking with Bonnie Frank about that earlier.
Yeah. And then I got somebody introduced me to Blab. I was on Blab, going nuts. And then I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool if I could make a WordPress plugin that could take all the blabs and put them on your site? And I was like, and then I looked into it. I was like, oh man, there's a way I could do this. And then I just literally, I got so excited. And I remember talking to my wife, like, hey, I got this brilliant idea. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but you're excited. Just do it. And then literally, like, in 2 days, I just hammered it out. Like, I was so excited. I was so motivated. Just got in there.
I remember getting on a call and talking about that. And I had it on our WordPress site, because at that point in time I was in Houston, and I had Agency 258 and Future Media Association. And we were helping people get started, and I had teaching classes and all the podcasting. And at that point in time, I was also, I was broadcasting all of the high school varsity sports in the school district and streaming it on Spreaker at the game, and then taking that stream and broadcasting it on AM radio.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty slick. Wow. And that's why I was so interested with Blab and the community and automation and everything else. So it kind of inspired me to do some of that stuff.
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then the journey continues. Like, Facebook Blab kind of went obsolete. Well, it went obsolete. Facebook Live came in, kind of became the dominant place. Same thoughts crossed my mind. Hey, well, how can we spin up this plugin that can do Facebook Lives and any Facebook video, actually, and put them on your blog? Do all the fancy stuff with the pulling in all the comments and stuff. So we made that. So it kind of evolved from we spun up various products from the first idea of taking a YouTube video and putting it on your blog. And then it reached to a point where people were loving it. Like, people who create content, whether it's audio, live, video, YouTube, etc. They're loving this. And then I kept getting this request to say, what else can you do? They're like, you're a machine.
You can do that.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, I don't know how you do this stuff. You're doing awesome stuff. We love the automation. But we would really like to go from one platform to another. For example, take a video from Facebook and put it on YouTube, or live stream, put it onto YouTube. Take my podcast, put them onto YouTube and other platforms as videos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, first thought, we're like, no, we can't do that because we're on WordPress. There's a limit what you could do on WordPress. And then just kept getting this request over and over again. I was like, hey, I got to investigate this, right? People are asking, let's see if we can solve this problem.
Yeah.
And it was a big challenge for me because, I was always in the WordPress space, and WordPress it's its own environment that we can go in and build a tool. We don't have to host any servers and databases and all that complicated stuff. So I was like a little hesitant. So I had a little side project kind of going to kind of investigate it with a developer that I've been working with, and it didn't quite go the way I wanted. And anyway, I kept it going in the background. And I remember one day I was like, man, I'm getting enough interest in this and I'm just going to pursue it. I'm just going to try it, build a little prototype, and let's just see what happens. And that was kind of the starting point of Repurpose. Probably about almost 3 years ago, probably 3 years ago now, or 2.5 years ago.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been at least 2.5 years. And that's it. It was a tool that went through different phases. We got it out to the people, got it out to my audience, I should say, like my existing customers, right? I started testing with them. I say, here's a product. I did a webinar. I didn't know what to price it. I didn't know what anything. I just said, hey, if you put a down payment of a couple $100 or $150, it'll be ready in 6 months. I demoed kind of what's going on, and I just asked my audience, like we did a webinar, and then I don't know how many people showed up, not too many. Anyway, at the end of the day, there was like 25 people that raised their hand up. They were willing to pay $150. They said, whatever, I trust you. You've been doing this for a while. And I said, if you don't like it when it's released, you can get your money back.
Yeah.
So the fact that 25 people kind of raised their hand, they paid a little, down payment, if you want to call it. It gave me the confidence. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to launch this thing. So we were like 80% done, 75%. I was like, all right, let's do this. So we did it. And I think in November we did the webinar. We released it to them around February. Sat one-on-one with each person, walked through it, got a lot of feedback. Oh, this is great, but I wish you could do this. And I only did 2 things at the time. We took a podcast, an audio, and it flipped it to a video and send it to YouTube. That was one. And the second thing was you did a Facebook Live. After you were done, it would take that video and put it onto YouTube. Those are the 2 features that it did. And people loved it, loved the automation, had a lot of amazing feedback. So that's how Repurpose was born. It was just kind of a need. I won't say need, but I guess it was just feedback from users.
Well, it was a space that needed to be required or was required to be filled because I know one of the things that we were talking about. In fact, I had Harry Duran on yesterday. And,
I noticed that. Yeah.
And diversification. One platform. Podcasting. If you're on one platform, it's great. However, in order to grow your podcast and in order to grow your message and share your message, it's diversification on other platforms. You need to be able to have other people become aware of what you're doing. So it's really great to be able to not have to hassle with that and uploads and downloads and all these things. And if you can automatically deliver, it's one of those things that you can actually make it easy on yourself in the process of production and publishing. Hey, I want to just give a shout out. Kyle Burt's in the house. Hey, Kyle. Bernie, thank you for being here. Jeff Young, good to see you. Gabriel, hey, loved your first your live you just did. Keep going, Gabriel. I want to ask everybody. Samantha Glover, loved the intro. Thank you so much. Sherry Lawley, how many of you are actually podcasting now? And how many of you are thinking about podcasting in 2020? I kind of want to get an idea about how many people in the audience. I know that some of you are already. Vicky O'Neill, you're a podcaster. You're doing some great, amazing work. And I'm looking forward to seeing your new format. Vicky O'Neill, I don't know if you're familiar. You and Hani should probably connect. I know that you're doing some amazing work, both of you. And Hani, one of the things that I know that is always a challenge, that the algorithms are changing, the platforms, the APIs are changing, the applications are changing. So what's the landscape you're seeing? Because from a developer's perspective, you probably have a little bit different visibility than most everyday Joes walking around the street using Facebook. And so, what do you anticipate in the next 6 months? I mean, it's hard to point anything else past that. I can't imagine, but podcasting is growing as well.
Yeah.
Live streaming is coming on board. I've been live streaming. Now you're over 100 episodes. So for this thing, so it's and I've been doing more before that. So I've been doing video for a while.
Yeah. No, I mean, to me, podcasting is growing. Like you said, podcasting is growing. It's not if people are jumping on board. And then, like you said, live streaming. Like everybody wants to do. LinkedIn has introduced live streaming. Well, they introduced video maybe a year or so ago, and then now it's live streaming. And Facebook still gives more love to live streams compared to regular videos, compared to even image posts and stuff. So video is key. Video is always key. It's always been key. Now it's even more. Live video, they love live video. These platforms love live video.
Yeah.
You get more attention on live. So like what you're doing here, it's fantastic. And then taking advantage of your lives, like the kind of repurpose is designed to help you solve these problems. When you go live, not everybody's there at the same time watching it. Maybe some people don't sit through the whole episode, or they pop in and out, but kind of sharing tidbits of nuggets of value from your, like, little clips from your live streams or videos, let's say live streams, and you just share them on different socials so that someone can watch and get some value out of it. But not only share it, like clip it out, share it in a way where it's, it's engaging and it's attention grabbing in terms of like the visuals, and in terms of like someone scrolling their feed's not gonna just to see another video, they're like, oh, just another video. I'm gonna make it a little more exciting. So we've added things where you can add headlines to the videos and captions below. But the whole idea is you want to get people to see your brand, but then we want to see your name, your brand consistently. So by doing lives consistently, by sharing out clips after the fact consistently. For example, this can be 1 week's worth of content right here. You go live today, then you have 5 days worth of clips that you can schedule out across all the social media platforms.
Absolutely. The other thing I think is really, my vision is very parallel to what you're doing, with somebody takes a piece of content, you got a 20-minute podcast, and then you can actually take that and slice snippets of that podcast out for promotional purposes, right? And then you can put it with some visuals along with that, because a lot of people actually record video when they're recording a podcast. A lot of times they'll just record, like a lot of people are using Zoom for their podcast, or Skype. They used to use Skype a lot more, which is not, well, I'm sure it's just as popular as it has been, but I heard it's end of life in here pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's true. I'm not sure, because I know that Microsoft's moving towards Teams, on the enterprise side. I know that's something that they're doing. I know it's a lot of companies that are moving away from Skype. And so all of these tools are kind of moving around, and knowing what with the foundation, and it's like, okay, well, whatever tool happens to pull into the equation, you can take that tool and plug into it and do something else with it. And I think we're moving more into an API type of environment where you can assemble things like Lego and bring this together. And it's really exciting to me, because it's, what can I do? It's not what can I do, it's how do I do this? And so you've probably seen more of that as we develop, and software gets more API friendly, and things can be connected and the building blocks. But what's the biggest challenge you have with repurposing and moving from platform to platform? What are the challenges that you see?
Challenges. In the beginning, it was just, in the beginning, sometimes you had to get approval from Facebook, from YouTube, from LinkedIn. I don't want to say it's a challenge. It's a process. You go through the process, you get approved. It's all good. Once you're approved, with the exception of Facebook, because they keep wanting to reevaluate all the apps every couple of years. But anyway, those are frustrating times. But anyway, besides that, it's, the way our software is set up is and the way APIs are set up in general, like these platforms, when they make changes, it's not instant. Like they make a change and they keep a different revision of it. So, but they obsolete it after a couple of years. So yeah, we do gotta keep up and maintain.
It's not over. It doesn't break everything overnight.
It doesn't break it overnight. Yeah, you have time to give warning. We're changing. We're obsoleting this version. Blah, blah, blah. But from my perspective, it's fine. The challenge I find is keeping up with the different connections, because repurpose is, I think of it as a hub. Like our software allows you to connect one service to another. A podcast to YouTube, a podcast to Twitter, a podcast to LinkedIn, a podcast to Dropbox, and Facebook Live to here. So it's a connection tool.
Yeah.
And people are always asking,
by the way.
Sorry?
Which I love.
Yeah. So it gives you guys, like the users, as a flexibility. So you can design your own rules. I can say every time I go live on Facebook, take that video, make it vertical, and send it to my LinkedIn, or make it square and add the captions and send it here. So you make all these rules. So you're in control.
Yeah.
The challenge I find is that, there's about, 20, 30 different podcast hosts. We have a great feature that lets you take a Facebook Live or a Facebook video, or any video actually, and then make it turn into an audio. So basically you can have this can be a podcast episode automatically. And we can, after we're done, we take the video, turn it into an audio. We can add an intro, outro, and send it to your podcast host. So we've integrated with Libsyn and SoundCloud, but there's like 20 other podcast hosts out there. Yeah. And so it's like, how do we keep up with the demand of, can you add this? Can you add this connection? Can you integrate with Spreaker? Can you integrate with, I think that's our challenge. And we're growing our team. We're adding another person to our team now. Actually, we're adding 3 more people to the team over the next few weeks, actually.
Well, you have tons of fans too.
So we just need we need to be more efficient in keeping up with the connections and adding more integrations, adding different platforms. But to me, that's the fun part. Like I feel like repurpose is great because it's a platform. It's like the possibilities are infinite. As long as a platform you want connected to it has an interface, which most of the softwares do now, like an API interface, we can, in theory, we can add it. We can connect to it, either pull content from it or send content to it. So to me, it's like the possibilities of this platform.
Yeah, it's endless. It's endless.
Yeah. Like I said, it's literally Legos.
So I have a question. Kenyatta asks, can I just make my recorded Zooms a podcast with audio?
Yes. So there's a couple ways to do that. I find the easiest way. Well, I guess it works either way. But you can go. We always tell our customers, upload to Facebook. You upload to Facebook. If you don't want to upload to Facebook, that's cool. You can upload to a Dropbox folder. And then you can have a rule that says, hey, every time you see a video on Dropbox in this folder, or every time you see a video on my Facebook page, then just convert that to an audio and send it off to either, right now we integrate with Libsyn and SoundCloud, those two podcasting platforms. Or if you're not using any of those, then you can send it to Dropbox, to another Dropbox folder or another Google Drive folder. So you can have the audios ready for you automatically. The also thing is we have the ability to upload intros and outros. So if you have a pre-recorded intro and a pre-recorded outro, you upload
like the pre-recorded one that I just had.
Yeah, like that, exactly that video there.
Yeah.
So you have an audio intro. Let's say you have an audio that you want to add to every podcast episode that we create for you. We can just rip the audio from the video, add the intro, outro, and then send that off to wherever you want to go. So
okay.
I think that's a kind of cool way to turn a video into more of a podcasting feel. Like podcast, it's expected to have some kind of intro.
What it does, it extends the life of the content. It just really extends the life of the content. So Kenyatta, yes, we can talk about that, and I'm more than happy to introduce you and connect you to Hani. Also, Gabriel has a question here. Who creates the overlays? Where do you create your own overlays? Gabriel, this is a great question. I love it. I just use Canva. Now, the condition here that you actually use this overlay is you have to have a transparent PNG. So you just use a transparent PNG and you do the layout, and then you can create that. If you want to, just give me a holler and we'll get on a Zoom session and I'll show you how to do that. Or if I had time, I'll create I think I actually created a tutorial over that. I'll have to look for it and find out.
I'm glad you asked that question because as soon as we got on, I was thinking, man, that's a cool overlay. So I'm glad Gabriel asked that question.
Yeah. So it's awesome to see you doing these things, Hani. And I love the fact, it reminds me of Zapier.
Yes.
With your repurpose IO. Not a lot of people know about Zapier, but the nerds in the herd will know what it is. And you've been using it a lot for other things. IFTTT is another one, but repurpose IO is the one for podcasting and audio and all the words. Do you do as much video?
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about video, because I think in the next iteration of what Pirate Broadcast is going to be, I want to be able to create the system, the workflow that allows me to help other in the Pirate Syndicate. Is the where it's going to grow is I want a lot of people to bring on these broadcasting tools, and I want to help other people, and I want a whole bunch of pirates around, so we can actually create these things in a community around the idea that we can create content and have a little fun, a little kindness, generosity, and help each other out. So video is going to be it's important. And also I love the idea that it goes to audio too, because like right now we're streaming to Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, actually 2 Facebook locations, a group and a private group.
Nice.
Or a page and a group. Let me qualify that. And then I take it and I create a transcription from the show and then put that on a post, and then take the video, and then I also create a podcast out of it.
Nice. This is everything. Repurposing definitely help you with literally all of that, with the exception of transcriptions, but we do have some kind of transcriptions integrated. So let me explain a little bit. So if anybody's interested, you can check out repurpose.io/workflow. We have 2 visual diagrams that I'm going to try to talk through right now. But if you want to follow along, just go to repurpose.io/workflow. It's just a PDF. You just download it. There's no opt-in. I think you can visualize what we can do. But imagine that, like, this is what my recommended flow for anybody. Let's just say you're a video creator, whether it's live or upload, it doesn't matter.
I'm a video creator.
Perfect. So actually, before I get into that, basically, and like I said in the beginning, we started with podcasting as a primary focus, like going audio to video, but now they're equally powerful. We focus a lot in the past year on video. So imagine taking a video, uploading it to a Facebook page. You can go on Facebook now on a page, you can automatically turn on transcriptions. So you can they will auto-generate transcriptions for you for free right on your Facebook page. You can clean it up, fix it up, because it's not perfect. It's automated. Fix it up, give it a nice title, nice short captivating title, and a nice description. That is your foundation for repurposing. So you do that. It's live. Once you clean up everything, then you can hit publish, and the video's on your Facebook page with the nice captions, like captions on Facebook. Then you can set up a whole bunch of what we call them workflows or rules. So you can take that video, send it to YouTube automatically using repurpose. Along with that, we will take the captions file, the SRT file from Facebook, and upload that to YouTube for you, so that it's SEO friendly and then powerful and all that good stuff. It all happens automatically. You don't even have to think about it. Then we can take that same Facebook video and allow you and send it off to, if you wanted to different groups and pages. You can upload that video to different Facebook groups and pages if you wanted to. But where it gets fun is we can take that video and make it vertical or square, add some nice text above it. And then the captions that you've already cleaned up on Facebook, we burn them right into the video itself. So I don't know, a lot of people are starting to do this now, like Gary V. I call them the Gary V style videos, where you have a progress bar kind of going along like this, like a 1-minute clip with the progress bar, the headline, and the captions. Those are automatically generated. You just make a rule from our system. Say, hey, make me a square video, send it to Twitter. And if you want, you have a little trimmer in our tool. You can trim it down to whatever size you want. Or if it's already a short video, you can just say, hey, take the whole video and do that. Yeah. We can upload direct to Twitter, to LinkedIn, company pages.
What's the length on Twitter? 240 seconds?
2:20. Yeah, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Yeah, so yeah, 2:40.
Yeah.
And then you can send it to LinkedIn company pages right now. Hopefully soon they'll allow us to do your main profile, personal profile.
Oh, so you can do company profile.
We can do native video. Yeah, we can upload a video to your company profile, but we added a nice little trick where we can share it to your personal profile automatically.
If anybody, for all of you LinkedIners that are on the pirate broadcast now, I need access to live video on my company page. Okay, I've been knocking on your door, so I want to do the pirated broadcast. So it's another time zone thing, so I can actually invite other people on different times. So
nice.
I could get
And then we can turn a video into a vertical video with the captions and everything and send it right to your Dropbox so that
for IGTV.
to IGTV or your Instagram feed. So basically, in summary, like we can upload to every platform except for IGTV and Instagram. They haven't opened it up to everybody yet.
Yeah, well,
that's what we added Dropbox. So
that's not unique to Hani Mourra and the Repurpose IO either. I mean, they haven't
they're locked down, lockdown until they release it to the public. So we're on I'm like checking every day. I'm like, oh, is it open yet? Is it open yet?
Yeah.
I think they hate me. The developer group hates me because I keep asking. But basically, you can get the videos sent to your Dropbox or Google Drive, ready to go in vertical with a nice progress bar. The beauty is you don't have to do anything. You just choose the settings and you say go.
And you just set it up.
And it just shows up in your Dropbox. All these videos show up in the right format. And then there's a really cool tool for those who don't know. It's facebook.com/creator studio. It's a Facebook tool which now connects to your Instagram and lets you upload and schedule IGTV and Instagram videos.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's free. It's part of Facebook. You just connect your Instagram account to it, and as long as that's it. Like
Creator Studio. I think I read something about that, and I haven't had time to investigate it yet. So
amazing, yeah. I mean, you can go in and just use that to upload videos, but even better, you can use that to schedule videos to IGTV.
The scheduling part is really exciting.
Yes, so you can make all these clips and have them all show up in through Repurpose, show up in your Dropbox, and then just grab them from there and then schedule them using Facebook.com.
There's still a 10-minute limit on IGTV under 10,000 connections. Do you think?
I think so. I thought I read somewhere it's longer, but as far as I know, it's still 10 minutes. Actually, we have a cheat sheet, by the way. If you go to repurpose.io/cheat sheet, we have a list of all the platforms and all the limits and the recommended formats, because all our users are like, what's the limit on LinkedIn? And do I want a vertical or square? So if you go to repurpose.io/cheat sheet,
you find it.
We give you a little nice visual 1-page PDF that it's like a little cheat sheet they keep with you. So when you go into LinkedIn, it's better to go square, or they support square, or in the maximum time is I think 10.
And now their IGTV is actually Instagram. You can actually still put a landscape video in a post now.
Yeah.
Before it would just crop. So,
before they wouldn't allow it, and now they allow landscape video. But these videos are a little more like the videos we create. We try to make with the progress bar and the title and the captions just a little more engaging. A person who's scrolling and can't listen. That's the key. I've seen a lot of people do this now. Is that you're not always available to listen to a video, but if you follow along with the captions, you get a little bit of value. Yeah, but it's
and it builds awareness too. People are that 2-second. Do I want to move it or lose it? And so it's so important to increase and improve that.
Especially the progress bar. Honestly, the progress bar is. First I thought it was a visual thing. Okay, cool, something's moving, but it's more like, okay, this is only a 1-minute clip. Like you see the progress bar moving quickly. I'm gonna stick around. I have a minute. I can watch.
I'm gonna take a minute. Yeah,
exactly. So I think it's
brilliant. I love that.
Subtle, but it's key. I mean, I'm not gonna take credit for inventing it. I didn't come up with the idea. I just follow what other people are doing, and what we do at Repurpose is we help you automate.
I've seen some other tools use that, and I'm like you. I notice things in the market, and I notice what's going on, and I try to adapt what I can and use everything that feels valuable. So it's fantastic. Well, I love everybody. thank you. Awesome tips. Cheat sheet. Yes. We saw that Rebecca just downloaded the app, so she's on board here.
Nice.
Wendy, her limitations are tech, but she's a great connector. Love you.
No, tech is it's actually not as hard as it seems. We have some training videos inside our app. We have a free trial, so you can just sign up at repurpose.io.
Yeah.
Try it for free and get 4 videos up there for free.
Yeah, and the whole point of the Pirate Syndicate is the idea that you have a guide. I can help guide you. Much like Hani is a great resource, and making these connections is all about what the Pirate Broadcast is about. Bringing interest. If this isn't interesting to you, it's fascinating to me. So I hope that somebody gets some value out of it. If this was valuable, let me know. I would love to have you share it out and maybe a thumbs up or something like that. Some social signal that it's okay to be here. So Hani, I love the fact that we're connected again and had an opportunity to spend some time chatting, and have a great week at PodFest and say hi to all the players down there. I know that there's probably several podcasters that I'll know and hang out with, but anything else on the horizon? You're just going to heads down and keep on building?
Just keep adding more integrations, just making things look better, more automated, more user-friendly. We have a nice system that's in place now that allows you to do a lot of magic. So we're going to help you make your life as a user easier. But really bottom line, whether it's repurpose or anything else, getting content out frequently on social, that's the key. I mean, it's always been the key, but that's how we built Repurpose, is to help you make that come to life by
show up consistently,
even daily if you have to. It doesn't have to all be video based, but show up daily on social, and you will see. Like, I've done a 5-day challenge recently with a friend of mine. He ran a LinkedIn 5-day challenge. I was blown away, especially on LinkedIn. LinkedIn blows my mind with the organic reach.
Yeah.
This picture I posted yesterday, like, this is a picture of me back in 1992. It was this funny video, a funny little picture, and I had like 300, 400 views. I'm like, what the heck? I posted up before. No one cares, right? Like,
yeah.
But LinkedIn gives you a lot of love. So if you're not using LinkedIn for content, if you're nervous about video, don't worry. Post pictures, post even text. Just text post. Just be on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I'm hearing a lot about, and I'm experiencing now. It has a lot of free organic reach. So take advantage now while it's here.
Yeah, it's not going to always be here. So
true.
Enjoy it while it's here.
Exactly.
Well, Hani, as always, thank you so much. All the gratitude in the world for you showing up here and helping and sharing a few nuggets of knowledge with the pirate community. I love the fact that we're connected, and I look forward to future conversations. And as I grow the Pirate Syndicate out and that's in place, and we can actually leverage some of the things that you're doing with repurpose.io, it will be, even better. So if you're not connected to Hani, get connected to Hani. Also go there and show up and download some of his software and test it out. And if you have questions, and we need to get another session going, let me know and let Hani know, and we'll make it happen. So I love the fact that we can assist the community in their journey down the media content creation path. So as always, kindness is cool, smiles are free, and you enjoy the day. So until next time, Hani, we'll see you later.